paying less interest on their Visa card? Who's paying less for their checking account? Members of the Boeing Employees Credit Union, because BECU offers more than free checking and a Visa card with no annual fees.
Who wouldn't want to pay less?
Get less bang. Get more value. Serving past and present Boeing employees and their families, Boeing Employees Credit Union.
You're watching KOMO TV4 in Seattle. Now, KOMO News 4.
This is stuff that happens down in Seattle, Everett. Not here.
Good evening. For 6 days, the town of Oak Harbor has been looking for 7-year-old Deborah Palmer.
Today, police found her body, and tonight they're looking for her killer. The little girl was last seen making the 2-block walk to her school Wednesday morning. KOMO's Lynn Espinoza joins us now live from Oak Harbor. Lynn, do police have any suspects?
Not that they're telling us about. They have changed a statement they made earlier, saying now that no one who was close to Deborah has been ruled out as a suspect, and that would include her family. I went to the family's home tonight, and understandably they don't want to talk on camera. But Deborah Palmer and her family are not the only victims. Here in the town of Oak Harbor, many say things will never be the same.
The body has been identified as that of Deborah A. Palmer.
With that, the search is over. The grieving for this bright-eyed 7-year-old begins. Her body was found on a remote spot on Strawberry Point. She'd been missing 6 days. Authorities don't know when she was killed or how she got here.
It's highly probable that the body washed up on that beach, but we don't know yet.
Posters are still plastered all over town. Once, signs of a town filled with hope. Yaslyn Garcia put up hundreds of those signs herself.
We really tried. We never gave up hope, not until the very end.
It is a remote beach, relatively inaccessible.
People came to hear firsthand what police had to say, hoping the rumors of Deborah's death were wrong. Hearing here, they were not. And now Barbara Urista goes home to her 7-year-old.
My daughter's very concerned, Jess. Now I have to figure out how to break it to her. How somebody could just walk up and snatch a child on her way to school and do this to her.
Well, now the focus has changed to a search for clues. Deborah's backpack and her coat were found yesterday along a road about 7 miles from where her body was found, and tomorrow the search will resume to see if they can comb North Whidbey for any more evidence. Keep in mind that while police tonight say they have no suspects, they also told us all day long they did not have a body, so they may be holding on to significant information that they have not passed along to us yet.
So sad, Lynn. Let's hope they can resolve this one soon. Thanks for the update.
The death toll from yesterday's windstorm now stands at 4. Just hours ago, searchers near Gig Harbor discovered the body of 45-year-old Joe Nelson. As KOMO's Emily Langley reports, Nelson got caught in the storm while he was out in his canoe.
Search teams scanned the water and shore of Henderson Bay from the air and from the water. This afternoon, 50 people set out on foot, some with search dogs, looking for any trace of 45-year-old Joe Nelson. Nelson was a popular special education teacher here at Peninsula High School. Just last month, he was given an award by the parents of his students.
And he's absolutely passionate about what he does. Students know it, parents know it, and that's one of the reasons I think he was honored with the award by the parents, because they know how passionate he is about students and how caring he is.
Looking at the glassy waters of Henderson Bay, it's hard to imagine that yesterday there were 5-foot waves here, waves that must have swamped Nelson's canoe. The blue canoe was pulled from the water here near the Purdy Bridge yesterday around 6 in the evening. The people who found it called police when they heard Nelson was believed to have been out canoeing when the storm hit. Just before 9 at night, a search dog found Nelson's body. It had traveled with storm drift and debris to the back of the Burley Lagoon, about a quarter mile from where the canoe was found.
Anybody caught out in the open in that storm, because it did come up so quickly, would have been in serious trouble, no matter how good they were.
While searchers were hopeful, they were well aware there would likely not be a positive outcome. This time of year, the survival time in the chilly waters of Puget Sound is little more than half an hour. Emily Langley, Como News 4, near Purdy.
And as we've been hearing all too often now, Peninsula High School will have counselors available tomorrow to help students and faculty deal with their grief.
Rescuers hope to resume the search tomorrow for 4 missing climbers on Mount Hood. Searchers are hoping for a break in the weather. A snow advisory is in effect in the Oregon Cascades right now. Reporter Sheila Hamilton joins us from the Timberline Lodge on Mount Hood. Sheila, what's the latest there tonight?
Boy, Dan, the weather is very nasty here. The winds are gusting 30 to 40 miles per hour, and temperatures are dropping down into the 20s. For this, the second night these 4 people will be spending on the mountain. The search was suspended earlier this afternoon because visibility dropped to just 3 feet. But people here are still very, very hopeful that these very experienced climbers have just dug in and they're waiting this storm out.
2 years ago, Colette Owens may have been suiting up to search for a missing climber on Mount Hood. Tonight, the former member of Portland Mountain Rescue is the subject of a search, along with her brother and 2 other climbers. But the weather is unrelenting. In this search, whiteouts are the rule. Clearing is the exception. Still, these rescuers are headed up to 8,500 feet. Palmer Glacier's Silcox Hut to wait for morning.
Another advantage of going tonight is that we'll have a team up top. Should the weather clear, we'll be able to transmit information down to the rescue base and make strategic decisions upon additional team members going out and where to place them on the hill.
Early Sunday morning, Harold Graham took the exact same route as the missing climbers, but he successfully scaled Mount Hood. He spoke briefly to the foursome on his way down, then watched them climb as the weather worsened.
We're watching these guys climb, and they were climbing really slow, and the weather was starting to cloud more and more.
Were you worried at that point when you?
I wasn't worried about them at all. I thought these guys are experienced climbers. I'm sure they're just going to summit and then come back down.
But they didn't come down, and Monday morning, 2 of Good Samaritan's employees were still missing. Colleagues say they did not go unprepared.
The feeling among the staff here is that they were very well equipped, and they probably dug in when the weather got bad, and they're sitting it out, and we'll be fine as soon as the weather clears.
Rescuers don't expect a clearing until late tomorrow morning. Tonight, the foursome they hope to find is somewhere in a whirlwind of white.
It's an interesting combination, these climbers. One is a nurse at Good Samaritan Hospital, the other is a radiologist, and they were climbing with 2 people from Bend, her brother and another experienced climbers. So as we said, Dan, Colette, they are really hoping for the best, that these people have the equipment and the gear to survive these 2 nights they've stayed on Mount Hood. Back to you.
We'll be in touch to see how it turns out. Sheila, thank you. Our weather got a little rough again today.
Oh, there were a few sun breaks, and then there was this. Hail pelted the downtown Seattle area this afternoon. Bolts of lightning flashed from time to time as well. It was not a very welcome sight after yesterday's Easter storm knocked out power, ripped up rooftops, and made for a miserable end to a holiday.
Cleanup from that storm will take a while. This home belongs to Jeff and Julie Gibson. A huge evergreen crashed through the roof at the height of the storm. No one was hurt when that happened, but the storm is blamed for 4 deaths, including a Port Angeles pilot who crashed into a vacant house near Sequim.
Power crews are still at work tonight fixing the damage from the Easter windstorm. The more than 50-mile-an-hour gusts in the central Puget Sound area have left a path of downed trees and power lines. At the height of the storm, more than 170,000 customers were in the dark.
Right now, nearly 12,000 customers of Puget Sound Energy are in the dark. By the way, that's the new name of Puget Power. Seattle City Light says less than 60 customers are left without power. The number in Snohomish County is fewer than 5,000.
Still to come tonight, grave robbers picked through 100-year-old caskets will tell you what they were looking for.
The Seahawks won a battle in Olympia today, but there are still more to come.
But first, a big day for the Dow. We'll tell you about that in 60 seconds.
Prices all over the place. Just look for the happy face. Always low prices, always Walmart.
There are people who think water polo is not a game for a man. They're right. This is no game, and he is not just a man. It is a sport, and he is an athlete, just like a football player, just like a basketball player, just like a baseball player. GTE is proud to be the official telecommunications consultant to the NCAA because of him and the pure spirit of college athletics.
Another down day on Wall Street. Stocks tumbled more than 150 points, closing under the 6,600 mark. Combine that with last Thursday's 140-point drop, and some economists are wondering if the 6.5-year bull market is over. It's time to start paying for the regional rail and bus system tomorrow. That's when new taxes go into effect. Voters in King, Pierce, and Snohomish counties approved the plan last November. So get ready to pay 0.3% more for license tabs. That's about $60 on a new $20,000 car. And the sales tax goes up an extra 0.4%. That would be about 68 cents extra on a $170 jacket. But the tax hikes only apply to so-called urban areas that voted for the tax increase.
The state is investigating whether Governor Gary Locke violated state campaign laws last summer. At issue is a brochure sent to about 100,000 voters suggesting U.S. Senators Slade Gorton and Patty Murray supported Locke for the governor campaign. 3 backers paid for that brochure, but if anyone associated with the Locke campaign knew about it in advance, they broke the law. Governor Locke has previously gone on record denouncing that campaign material. And backers of a new Seahawks stadium finally have reason to celebrate. The Senate Budget Committee in Olympia has approved a new plan to pay for the stadium. The bulk of the money, $106 million, would come from new lottery games. A 5% wholesale tax on official team merchandise would bring in another $98 million. And the state sales tax would not go up, but the Senate plan is calling for part of the existing sales tax collected in King County, about $85 million, to be used to pay off bonds. And finally, there would be a 10% tax on parking and game tickets for another $51 million. Now, the plan is far from a done deal, though. It still has to be approved by the full Senate, the House, the governor, and then, of course, local voters.
For Major League Baseball and the Seattle Mariners, tomorrow is opening day.
And if you're coming downtown to see either game, there's some critical parking information you need to know, and we'll have it for you when we come back.
Plus, a common design makes this fire even harder to fight.
Introducing the rugged new Transport from Pontiac. Now it's easy to get your hands on one with this special limited time introductory lease offer from your Pontiac dealer. But saddle up now, because they're really getting along. All new Transport.
See your local Western Washington Pontiac dealer.
Time for a change. Looking for something new? Then come to Wendy's.
May I take your order, please? Let me have number... No. Wait a minute. Give me one of those deluxe double stacks.
Wendy's quarter-pound deluxe double stack is 2 patties of fresh beef, cheese, lots of toppings, and Thousand Island dressing. And it's made the Wendy's way right when you order it for just 99 cents.
That's a good look for you. Change is good.
Wendy's deluxe double stack, the end of the dull 99-cent cheeseburger.
I decided to try this hot new color that all the magazines are raving about. I go to Payless and pick it up. Ugh, it's horrible. Another one to add to the makeup junk drawer, right? Wrong. Payless has this new cosmetics money-back guarantee, and it's risk-free. You're not happy? Payless gives you your money back. We all make mistakes buying cosmetics, but now we don't have to pay for them.
The Payless Cosmetics money-back guarantee. For your life, Payless has got it.
What people really want in a marriage, we want emotional valet parking. But in order to get it, you have to be validated.
I was the faithful one!
Faithful? Yes, you were faithful like a Kennedy is faithful.
Is any of your face or body original? Just curious.
Don't you know what your 20s are for? Never having sex with all the wrong people.
Bette Midler and Dennis Farina, That Old Feeling.
Oh, no, my life is over.
Shut up!
Rated PG-13. Starts Friday at theaters everywhere.
A A North Carolina father and son can thank the U.S. Coast Guard for their safety tonight. They were rescued by helicopter after their 31-foot sailboat started taking on water off the coast of Wilmington, North Carolina. The 67-year-old man and his 38-year-old son were pulled to safety in 10-foot seas and 33-knot winds. The men are hospitalized in good condition tonight. And firefighters still on the scene of a huge apartment fire in Southern California.
But now they're just mopping up. People in the area had to be evacuated to get away from the big 4-alarm blaze. The biggest problem was the common attic that all the units share. That caused the fire to spread rapidly. About 40 firefighters did their best to battle the flames, but as you can see, it was a real tough fight. A disturbing discovery in the woods of Georgia. Investigators are looking for the people who dug up a pair of Civil War grave sites. It's believed the grave robbers wanted the buttons and buckles on the clothing inside the caskets. Collectors will pay more than $5,000 for a button from a Civil War uniform. Investigators say the grave robbers have struck before.
Only 6 potential jurors face questioning today as the Oklahoma City bombing trial got underway. Defendant Timothy McVeigh looked on as lawyers asked questions about the O.J. Simpson case and how prospective jurors feel about the death penalty. 5 of the 6 said they could vote to have someone put to death. Court resumes at 8 tomorrow morning, our time. Jury selection is expected to take a couple of weeks.
A well-known figure from the O.J. Simpson trial showed up at the Kingdome today. Former Los Angeles Police Detective Mark Furman watched the New York Yankees practice in Seattle today. They'll play the Mariners on opening night tomorrow. Furman, who lives near Sandpoint, Idaho, is here visiting relatives. Parking is going to be at a premium for tomorrow's Mariners game, and traffic downtown could be pretty bad. 60,000 fans will converge on the Kingdome. 17,000 more will head to the Key Arena for the Sonics game. Both games start at 5 o'clock.
Can you get me 4 seats there?
John Stott has tickets to the M's opener. He just hopes he can find a place to park. With the first pitch shortly after 5, many downtown workers will still have their cars in parking spaces under the Alaskan Way Viaduct. And 2,400 parking spaces just south of the Kingdome are gone because that's where the new baseball park is being built.
Well, from some of the other events that we've come to, plus with the construction going on over here, I think it's going to be real difficult.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's going to be, you know, a pain, but we're just going to come down earlier and hit the waterfront, try and find something to eat, and just park where we normally park and hope we can get, you know, some free parking.
All of this is going to be going on during rush hour, sure to mean gridlock around the Kingdome and some delays in other parts of downtown. Transportation officials say carpool if you can or ride the bus. Metro buses will be making special runs from park and rides to the Kingdome. But if you do drive and you have 3 or more people in your car, you'll get a discount on Kingdome parking. If you're not worried about that traffic because you're staying home and not going to the game, get ready for the game right here with us. Jim Snyder and Eric Johnson will host Mariners Magic live from the Kingdome starting at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
The question, of course, is do you take an umbrella or your sunglasses if you're going anywhere tomorrow, Todd?
Well, I think an umbrella not even going to be a necessary tool tomorrow.
That would be nice.
Should be nice. Well, I mean, opening day for baseball season, you got to have some good weather, and I think we're going to be able to do that for you with some sunshine by tomorrow afternoon. Skies are partly cloudy now, but it's starting to get chilly. The temperatures drop down to 37 degrees with a southeast wind at 7 miles an hour. Barometers on the rise, and we've had 0.14 of an inch of rain since midnight last night. But most of the rain has now come to an end. There are still a few clouds lingering around this evening. A couple of sprinkles don't want to quit, but that's really just about all that's left. What we have mainly now is snow falling in the mountains, and that's going to be the case through the rest of the evening and into tomorrow morning. There's a snow advisory out for the Cascades and the Olympics, and 6 to 10 new inches of snow will accumulate by tomorrow morning. Lots of cold air in place, and the overnight low temperatures will drop well down into the 30s. In fact, when you wake up tomorrow morning, the mercury should be right about the freezing mark in Olympia, 34 for Tacoma, 35 in Bremerton, and 33 overnight in Forks. Satellite picture will kind of give us an idea of what's coming next, and I know all these clouds out here to the west look pretty ominous, but most of this is going to go way up to the north of us, and we should see a good amount of sunshine here for the rest of the week. Late Wednesday, early Thursday, the clouds are going to increase some, but for the most part, the weather should be fairly nice for the next few days. Tomorrow morning, then, there is a chance of just a little bit of lingering rain early, and then we'll see some sunshine as we go through the day with high temperatures in the upper 40s and lower 50s, about 50 degrees in Seattle and 49 in Bremerton and in Linwood. Overall of Western Washington, the story is pretty similar. Just a couple of light showers early in the day, and then we get the afternoon sun and some fairly mild temperatures with 50 in Olympia, 53 in Longview, and 48 in Port Angeles. Now, if you're traveling to eastern Washington, the snow overnight will gradually come to an end, so just a few flurries early tomorrow and then some sunshine once you get past the Cascades, with temperatures anywhere from 45 in Omak to 56 in the Tri-Cities. So our forecast tonight, what's left of the showers will be decreasing, but it's going to be chilly when you wake up tomorrow morning. It'll be partly cloudy, just a few spot showers early, and then we'll have some afternoon clearing with high temperatures anywhere from 46 to 52 degrees. Here's how your next 4 days shake out then. Lots of sunshine tomorrow and a high of 55 degrees. Then on Thursday, that's when I think we'll see more in the way of clouds and a high of 54. On Friday, partly sunny, 57 degrees. And I think we should make it up to about 60 degrees by Saturday afternoon. It looks like a pretty good stretch of weather here the next few days.
I'm kind of liking it. Steve Poole left town to go to New York, and he's maybe going to bring us some good weather.
He always leaves us with one kind of bad day. That was yesterday. Now we got that bias. Yeah.
All right, and Kathy has a little time
Yeah,
off too.
she's
That's
on
why
time,
Connie's
too.
here.
What's going on?
I don't know. Spring break, I think.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Got a first for you in Northwest Spring skiing tonight. A week's worth of free skiing at a local ski area. The folks at Stevens Pass have had so much snow since we took these pictures earlier in the season. They say they're dropping the charges during the final week of operation. The Stevens lifts will be free to skiers and snowboarders starting next Monday, that's April 7th, through the 13th. And tonight they say they're reporting snow and 150-inch base.
In News for Your Health tonight, a new study extends what we already know about alcohol and heart disease. It turns out moderate drinking can cut recovery time for people who just had a heart attack, and that a little alcohol every day helps return the heart to normal. Researchers caution this is not a license to drink. They say the benefit is only there with 1 drink a day for women, 2 a day for men.
One of the hottest singers in the world is in Seattle tonight. French-Canadian diva Celine Dion. She just finished headlining a concert tonight at Key Arena. Dion is in Seattle fresh off a very successful night at the Grammy Awards. Her album Falling Into You took awards for Pop Album and Album of the Year. The St. Louis Catholic Church Choir from Bellevue joined Dion on stage. Members backed up Dion singing Power of the Dream, which she also sang at the Summer Olympics. Dion.
Celine Dion.
Dion.
Yeah, and that's an old Eric Carmen song she was singing there.
Yeah.
Good music. She's very good. Well, the big game is over, and the Arizona Wildcats took the favored Kentucky Wildcats to overtime.
We'll show you who won when we come back, plus how the fans reacted back home.
What do we know about the plan by Governor Locke and Paul Allen to save the Seahawks? We know that only the team owner and sports fans will pay for the new football and soccer stadium. We know Governor Locke and Paul Allen insist that the people of Washington decide. We know the plan cannot go forward unless the legislature lets the people vote. Call this number now. Ask your legislator to put it on the ballot. Let the people decide.
What gives you so much for so little? The 97 Ford Contour. Surprised? Right now, get $1,500 cash back on any 97 Contour in stock, GL, LX, or SE models. Designed to exceed all your expectations with incredible value, responsive power and handling, and solid engineering. You'll be amazed at everything you get with Contour. And now, with $1,500 cash back, it's even more amazing. See your Northwest Ford dealer, home of 5 of the 10 bestsellers in America, again.
Why let beautiful memories lie forgotten in a drawer when it's so easy to drop your film off at Fred Meyer? And they use Kodak Premium Processing, so you know your photos will turn out every bit as vivid as your memories. You'll find it at Fred Meyer.
Bye, kiddo.
Hi, Dad. Hi, Laura, it's Kelly. The sine is the opposite over the hypotenuse. Didn't have it in my size, so what are you going to do? There's a sale, you know. Tonight's 7:30. Okay, bye, Laura.
Hi, kiddo.
Hi, Dad.
When your phone's tied up, an answering machine won't take messages.
You have 23 new messages.
But voice messaging does. Call to order and get the first month of service and installation for free. Here, being on the phone shouldn't mean being out of touch. Life's better here. U.S. West.
The most anticipated Mariner season ever. The journey to the World Series begins Tuesday on Como TV. It's Mariners Magic, a live Como News 4 opening day special. Join Eric Johnson and Jim Snyder from the Kingdom. Meet the hot hitters. Cheer with the best fans in baseball. See all the opening day festivities. Watch the Como News 4 special, Mariners Magic, live Tuesday at 4 on Como TV 4.
Eric Johnson here now with sports, and how about those Wildcats?
How about those Wildcats? And you know, did you hear who won the Como NCAA tournament pool this year?
Anyone
Big
read
shot over here.
Gambling is illegal.
What pool?
That was for free car washes or
Sure, that's what it was. Everybody knew the Wildcats would win the NCAA's championship game tonight, but most folks were thinking it would be the Wildcats from Kentucky, not the ones from Arizona. But that's the thing about Arizona this year. They love making all the experts look silly. Remember, this was the team that finished 5th. Can you believe that? In the Pac-10, Federal Way's Michael Dickerson hits the three-pointer, then gets tripped up by Rick Pitino. Hey, coach, what kind of underhanded tactics are those? Seattle's other product, Jason Terry, slept in his jersey and game shoes last night. His shorts were in the wash, hits the three-pointer. Arizona led 31-30 at half. Second half went back and forth. Anthony Epps the three, 50-48, Kentucky. Watch Jason Terry, the perfect pass to Donnell Harris for the dunk to tie it up. Terry hits another three. He had 8 points is all on the night, but this kid was everywhere. Comes up with a steal coming up here. He will get it over to a wide open Mike Bibby for another three-pointer. That's what they do. They just toss him up all night long. 62-59 Arizona. Back comes Kentucky. Scott Padgett with a three. We were all tied up. It came down to this. Bibby, the free throw, puts Arizona up by 4. It was hang-on time. Ray Mercer buries the three with 51 seconds left. Kentucky down by just 1. Bibby again drives, dishes to Bennett Davison. Arizona back up by 3. But with 12 seconds left, Epps fires it up, sends the game to overtime. Mrs. Pitino, she says, I can't take this anymore. In OT, Arizona scored 10 points, every single one of them from the free throw line. When the clock ran out, watch the guys. They're going to mess up Lute Olson's picture-perfect hair. Look at that. He didn't care. He had his first national championship. Along the way, Arizona knocked off 3 #1 seeds. That has never been done.
You know, it's unbelievable right now. Just I don't think it's really sunk in. I'm still thinking that that we're gonna have a day off tomorrow and practice on Wednesday.
You know, we've had other teams here, outstanding teams, more experienced teams, but this group from the get-go, it's just been such a pleasure.
And, of course, no championship celebration would be complete without a bunch of wackos running around in the streets causing trouble. After the game, the streets of Tucson, Arizona, erupted into chaos. People turned over cars, etc., etc. You've seen it all before. A couple hundred police officers finally broke up the pandemonium, but not before somebody's car took a serious beating. It may be a while before we see Sean Kemp back in the starting lineup. George Karl hasn't made up his mind quite yet, but he's leaning towards leaving Kemp on the bench for the next few games. Kemp overslept this weekend, missed the team plane to Phoenix. The Sonics have a biggie tomorrow. The Lakers are in town for their last time before the playoffs get underway. The Mariners are back in town, and they open up their 1997 season tomorrow night against the world champion Yankees. Is that going to be fun? And you know what? This is a very, very good baseball team. One thing for sure, they've got the bats. Oh, did they have the bats. Last year's team was one of the best offensive units in the history of the game. This year, the offense might be even better. The M's know they've got something special here, but they also know there's plenty of work to be done.
You know, we score runs with the same frequency we did last year with better starting pitching. I mean, that equates into a lot more wins. Let's hope that's the case.
This is going to be my 3rd year. This is the best thing, you know, starting the year. This is the best thing I've ever been on. And, you know, we got all the tools. We got all the horses, like you said. And hopefully we stay healthy and we play the way we're supposed to play. We're going to be there. I mean, there's no doubt about it. And
no doubt about it. Ray Mercer, the Kentucky Wildcats, did not win the national championship tonight. He got the next best thing. At least we like to think so. Ray was under the hoop in serious trouble, so he does what anyone in this situation would do. Just throws it up, somehow, and what do you know, the darn thing goes in. It was Kentucky's best play from Kentucky's best player, and it's our play of the night.
Good game.
Great game, back and forth, and yeah, that was good. Kind of Mr. Moneybags over here.
A monster mannequin has a new home tonight.
We're going to show you 17-foot Marvelous Martha. She's where she's going when we come back.
Why does she play field hockey? She knows there will be no shoe commercials, no trading cards, no limos. So why? Because she is an athlete. Just like a football player, just like a basketball player, just like a baseball player. GTE is proud to be the official telecommunications consultant to the NCAA because of her and the pure spirit of college athletics.
I just found out I need glasses. I also found out that the pair I really like cost $109. Then a friend told me about Vista Optical. You know, they had the exact same frames, including lenses, for just $59. Plus, Vista has over 400 frames to choose from. All were $59 and all included lenses. I might need glasses now, but I don't need them to see who has the better value. Get 3 free options on all additional pairs of $30 value.
In today's world, it's hard to tell what's real and what isn't. Don't be fooled by imitations. See the real thing at your Honda dealer.
It's time. Time for the Puyallup Manufactured Home and RV Show. 5 huge days of savings April 2nd through April 6th. The Puyallup Fairgrounds is filled with a great selection of manufactured homes and RVs. Come see fully furnished homes, huge displays of campers, trailers, motorhomes, fifth wheels, and more. Over 60 exhibitors. This is your last chance to see them all in one place. Doors open daily at 11. Kids 12 and under are free, and so is the parking. Come to the Puyallup Fairgrounds April 2nd through the 6th. Half off admission on Wednesday.
Here's what people are saying about Star 101.5.
Great variety and great music. It's the perfect mix of music and personality.
I love Kent and Allen. It's my station.
Star 101.5 is my radio station. Me too. No other station compares, I swear to God.
I'm Kent. I'm Alan. Tune in tomorrow morning at 7:20. You could win $10,000 cash.
With the Star 101.5 Money Maze.
Star 101.5. The best mix of the 80s and 90s. And Kent and Allen in the morning.
What's your Kent and Allen?
Now we want you to check out Marvelous Martha. The 17-foot-tall mannequin has stood tall over Blackfoot, Idaho for 52 years. She's moving from a gas station to a local cafe after she gets this makeover. They got to get rid of that blue eyeshadow, things like that. The owner of the cafe hopes she'll bring in more business, and we'll see you later.
Looking good.
Bedroom suites, bookcases, dinettes. I saved over $400 buying the exact same bed here at United Furniture Warehouse.
United Furniture Warehouse.
Over 100 locations, there's one near you.
Of course I can't go swimming. You know I've got the curse.
Women have changed. Our feminine protection finally has too. Now that there's Instead. Instead isn't a pad or a tampon. It's internal protection that can be worn for up to 12 hours.
I would never, ever go back to tampons or pads after using the Instead.
Well, one day I left it in for the whole day.
Call now for your coupon and informative free video.
Completely comfortable. I mean, you'd have no idea that you're wearing anything.
Instead, it's about time.
This is not just any credit card we're talking about.
This is a Walmart MasterCard. It's a great card from a great store. At the end of the month, they're going to have this really low interest rate, this low bill.
And it's a MasterCard, so you can use it just about anywhere.
A Walmart MasterCard makes a lot of sense.
Everyone would want one. Why wouldn't you want one?
It's just a credit card with low interest. It's simple. It's a good-looking card.
I've got applications right here.
Call 1-800-858-3100 for your no annual fee Walmart MasterCard from Chase.
My wife will probably cancel all the other cards and just use the Walmart card.
Time out from Western Tool Supply. Where are you buying tools now? The Contractor's Choice Western Tool Supply. Contractor's Choice? I get the right suggestions, name brand products, low prices, and best inventory. Like this industrial 4.5-inch mini grinder, just $84.99. Or a deluxe contractor model 12-inch compound miter saw, just $349.99. Or this commercial quality biscuit joiner, only $224.99. We win with Western Tool Supply, the Contractor's Choice. Visit a nearby Western Tool Supply store now.
We've shopped here a lot. We love the service, and we know we saved over $1,000 on our sectional. The service was great, and you can't beat the price.
United Furniture Warehouse.
Over 100 locations, there's one near you.
Steve Poole on Good Morning America tomorrow, right after Como News 4.